Hello wonderful people, Connor Whitmore here again with another video for you on the Nawtystep channel, and today I'm going to be doing a live review of the new collaboration between Excision and Sullivan King, Unbound. No big introduction today, I'm just going to take this opportunity to clear something up real quick. So yesterday I put up a short video, under a minute, a little mini trailer kind of thing for a new video that's gone up on the Patreon, an exclusive one of course, and some have taken issue with how I'm promoting these videos and kind of trying to get new people to watch them and whatnot. For one, I've seen others like Anthony Fantano do this kind of method before and it works for him. Moreover, both times I've done this now myself, there's been an upsurge in the amount of people becoming patrons. So for one, you know, someone higher up than me, I've seen them do it well and it's worked for them, and also myself, I've done it, and when that's happened, you know, it's worked for me in a way. But that being said, if it isn't sitting right with some people, then that's on me, and I have to find a way to do it differently. And I completely respect all the feedback that I got last night, you know, wholeheartedly. Furthermore, on the note of some reviews being exclusive, that is unfortunately the reality of the beast. You know, I have to earn a living, and this is how I'm doing it. I'll continue to provide 3 free videos every week, just as I have done for 3 years, as a priority, earning next to nothing, may I add, in that time, just so I could build the channel and platform, the foundation for what we have right here. In addition, I will also keep offering extra content to those who want to and are able to support me to keep doing the work I'm doing here on the main channel and keep it going. The weekend just gone, I had to review the Flux Pavilion album because he himself wanted to hear my thoughts on it. I couldn't turn that down. By the time this new week comes around, new music is already out and there are new things to review, hence why I'm covering the Excision and Sullivan King today, which I'm going to do in a bit in this video, with things like the Phase 1 already being old news. That kind of tune is freed up for a Patreon-only video like that, where I do that exact thing, you know, talk about a few singles from a given week, that past week, like the one we just had. You know, there'll be other weekends where I'm doing triple live reviews for the Patreon, where the bigger stuff has already been covered, you know. I was never able to cover everything on the main channel anyway, as you all know. If you had any idea how much work I put into meticulously planning and sorting out my video schedule week on week, you'd realise just how difficult it is to try and get everything covered in the right way. What I think would work for the biggest amount of people, providing variation, and also satiating other needs as well. It's just impossible to cover everything perfectly. And right now, right here, I have to make that clear. This platform and these videos being the priority, because ultimately, it's about making the channel grow as much as possible. Of course it is, you know, this is where the audience is built, but the Patreon has to be in place now for me to keep the channel going. So please forgive me if every now and then I do tease with something exciting and exclusive. That is how you bring people into the essential thing that is keeping Nawtystep going. And yeah, all that being said, I hope you understand what I've said here and where I'm coming from. I've certainly understood you, and yeah, if you want to support and are able to, amazing. If you can't or don't want to, that's also completely fine. And now, on with the review. Haven't been massive on Subsidia's output so far, but as always, I go into everything with an open mind, and yeah, I think this is their 3rd collaboration. Likely, again, to have Sullivan King vocals on it, because I think there's an instrumental version here. Yep, there is, and yeah, here we go, hearing it for the first time, and I'm going to hear it a couple of times and provide comment along the way. Let's go. Such a good voice, man. Such a good voice. That heaviness was a bit rough, not gonna lie. I think, once again, for me, Excision and Sullivan King showing their promise, but, you know, not really in important moments, in important ways, not really delivering, in my opinion. I think, you know, what they've got completely down, for me, is the introduction and build moments, you know, just the warmth of the production and the way it kind of builds atmosphere very slowly and surely. Really well done, and Sullivan King's vocal just goes on top of that instrumentation so well. Like, the harmony between them just building in such a sure and steady and patient way, you know, and in many ways I think that's an exhibition for how an introduction could, or maybe even should be, for music, well, for dubstep music that's trying to have that scenic and, you know, atmospheric appeal with a lot of scope to it, if you will. And yeah, it really works for that. But the heaviness that follows, again for me here, just another subsidia tune that just feels all over the place in the production. And, you know, it's not as if we have a situation here where the idea is just really shining through and you can be like, well, the production, not great, but I see what they're trying to do with the idea and that's allowing it to shine through and give it a bit of character, personality. But again here, it's kind of just like a wall of incoherent noise where the elements just they simply do not work together. And before you jump down into the comments and be like, well, Connor, I'm going to have to disagree, I really don't agree with you, don't get what you're saying, you know, just do me a favour and go back over Excision's old stuff, you know, your favourite stuff from him, and then tell me that his invention, his, you know, ideas are just running wild and free here. Not just the ideas, but the production as well. And that was just the first drop, you know. It carries on with that kind of, you know, quite captivating moment, to be fair, with the drums. And, yeah, I did appreciate that. That was a nice kind of heavy metal inclusion, which you kind of have to have in a Sullivan King tune, become kind of par for the course. And then the second drop after that, again, just another example of, you know, just fine, just an idea that I can't really say that I'm getting anything out of. It's just kind of there, not really giving a lot, not doing all that much, just doesn't seem like it's got a lot of ingenuity behind it, a lot of creativity, a lot of invention. Yeah, I don't know. Kind of stumped, I'm not sure. I mean, I'm going to hear it again, and maybe that will change just my conception of that drop and the tune overall. Yeah, when you consider what Subsidia have put out before, not only in terms of ideas but also production, then this tune isn't really a massive surprise, I'm going to have to say. Also, before I forget, the lead line or melody in the first drop is the exact same as the one from In the House, in the Heartbeat by Eldritch, which some of you will know, I imagine many of you will know, is the theme song for the films 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks Later. And, you know, imitation in art is inevitable, but when you're literally just ripping an exact melody or lead line, is that allowed? Is that a thing? You know, maybe they've struck a deal with Eldritch or something, or found a way of being able to use that lead line or melody without being accused of, I don't know, some kind of plagiarism or anything like that. But yeah, it's literally the exact same, which for me is a bit sketchy, you know, just taking an idea that directly, but for many they don't care. So yeah, I'm finding that just a bit odd how they're the exact same with such a famous song as well. But yeah, would love to know what you all think on that down below. There it is from the beginning. Really good. This introduction, brilliant. The instrumental, the vocal, working together so well. Production, man. It's fine. It's just fine. One thing that I don't think I mentioned enough earlier after I heard it the first time was just how fantastic Sullivan King's voice is. You know, it's so good. The range of it and the notes that he hits and just the tone of his delivery as well, just beautiful. And, you know, I've kept constant on that. I've always thought that, you know, through all of his tunes that he's sung on and put his vocals over, I've, just really always appreciated his voice. But gonna have to go back to, you know, the main thoughts I had. The build, the introduction as well before that, fantastic. Loving the harmony between the instrumental and the vocal, as I've touched on about already. Then after that, in the more focal moments, it becomes something that I'm not sure I'm gonna go back to all that much. Like the first drop, for me, not only eerily similar to a tune that I love, and kind of puts me off it in a weird way, the fact, well, how direct that copy is when it comes to melody or lead line, whatever you want to call it. But then also the production, the relationship between the guitar, the percussion, the synths kind of cascading over the top, just doesn't feel right, feels a bit messy, a bit rough. Then as it goes on, the little drum solo moment is quite good. I quite like that as a way of injecting a bit of energy into the tune as it goes on in that middle moment. But yeah, the drop following that, just a bit meh, a bit ordinary. You know, production's a bit better than what we got in the first drop, but yeah, just as an idea, I mean, overall, I think the not so good, just about, well, probably in quite a significant way, actually, from what I've said, outweighing the good stuff here. You know, not to kind of dumb down or lessen the good stuff we get in the first half, in that first kind of minute or so, but it is dwarfed by what we get following that in the kind of second half, maybe even 2/3. So some good aspects here, but for the most part, as a whole tune, not one that I'm going to be going back to all that much. But yeah, there we have it, my live review of the new collaboration from Excision and Sullivan King, Unbound. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. What did you guys make of Unbound? Do you have any favourite moments from it yourselves, or stuff you would change about it? Let me know, drop all of your views, thoughts and opinions in the comments section down below. Beyond that, subscribe if you're yet to, hit the bell along the way, and my social media accounts and Discord, and of course the Patreon page are linked below in the description. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video again, and I will see all of you in the next one. Keep it naughty. Peace!